Hello friends, and welcome to our final edition of Bronco Sports Weekly for the 2012-2013 school year. I'm Sean Fagan here in University Arena. Behind me you can see the stage being set for graduation, where all of Western Michigan seniors and quite a few of our Bronco student athletes will be walking in a very short amount of time. We're obviously very excited for the end of a school year and looking forward to the one coming up in 2013-14. But before we get to that, let's take a look at what's going on in our final Bronco Sports Weekly. Football held its annual spring game on Saturday, the first one ever branded the Wooden Oar War, and the Brown squad posted a 37-0 victory over the Gold at Waldo Stadium. Brian Fields ran for 139 yards and a touchdown, while Tyler Van Tubergen threw touchdown passes and tallied 248 yards in the air. Trevante Bowles had 3 sacks, while Gold's Grant DePalma finished with a game-high 13 tackles. Men's tennis punched its ticket to the 2013 MAC Men's Tennis Tournament with a 5-2 win over Toledo on Friday at West Hills Athletic Club. The Broncos will now enter the tournament as the number 2 seed, where they will face number 3 Buffalo in the first round. 3 Broncos went undefeated on the day against the Rockets, including Nadine Indre, who did not lose a MAC match all season, Ruben Greiner, and Andrew Kahn. The Broncos clinched the match at 4-0 before the Rockets even recorded a point. The Bronco track and field team competed at the Eastern Michigan Twilight Meet in Ypsilanti over the weekend, picking up wins in 8 events at the unscored meet. Iris Campbell claimed first in the 400 hurdles with a time of 1:01.53 on Friday, and picked up wins in the 100 hurdles and the 400-meter dash on Saturday. Shira Allen won the triple jump and led the team of Jordan Anderson, Ariel Arnold, and Brittany Calhoun in the 4x400-meter relay, and Aisha Hodge won the 800-meter run. In the field, Chelsea Gerbers took first in the shot put with a toss of 13.87 meters, while Andrea Heiler won the discus with a toss of 48.97 meters. Women's tennis wrapped its regular season at home on Saturday, falling 5-2 to the Bowling Green State Falcons at West Hills. The highlights of the match included the doubles session, which the Broncos swept with 3 wins, and Kathleen Hawkins, who posted a win at number 1 doubles as well as number 4 singles. The Broncos will be in action this weekend when they face Ball State in the first round of the upcoming MAC Women's Tennis Tournament. And in other events, baseball suffered a tough weekend on the road, where they were swept in a 3-game series by Eastern Michigan. Softball lost a pair to Kent State on the road after being rained out on Friday against Buffalo, and golf finished 6th at the Angola Shootout. Well, you heard me mention before the Wooden Oar War at Waldo Stadium on Saturday. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that event. Well, the Brown team routed the Gold team 37-0 to win the Wooden Oar War in Western Michigan's spring game. In front of 2,000 fans at Waldo Stadium on Saturday afternoon, the first ever Wooden Oar War, the name change implemented by new head coach P.J. Fleck. Tyler Van Tubergen threw 2 touchdown passes, and he tallied 248 yards through the air. Jamie Wilson, his favorite target as he was last season. Wilson, 11 catches, 114 yards. Brian Fields had himself a day. He ran for 139 yards and a touchdown. Fields finding the big hole. Andrew Haldeman 3 for 3 on field goal attempts. He split the uprights twice from 40-plus yards. That one a 46-yard boot, as the Brown team routed Gold, as we said, by a score of 37-0. All right, friends, here's what I will be looking for this weekend. There are 3 MAC championships coming up this weekend for different Bronco athletics teams, and the first one to kick off will be women's tennis when they open the weekend slate with their first round date with the Ball State Cardinals at the 2013 championship tournament. The Broncos and the Cardinals will square off in Muncie on Friday, April 26th at 10 a.m. as the Broncos look to avenge their 4-3 loss to Ball State earlier this year in Kalamazoo. Also starting early on Friday morning will be the 2013 MAC Golf Championships, as the Broncos head to Longaberger Golf Club in Nashport, Ohio for the 54-hole weekend. Keep up with WMUBroncos.com as the weekend goes on for the latest as to what is happening on the links. Again, 3 days, 54 holes for the championship. And the third MAC championship coming up this weekend starts at 2 p.m. on Friday, with the Bronco men's tennis team taking on the Buffalo Bulls in the semifinal round of the tournament. The Broncos will try to defend their tournament title. They won the whole event last year, beating the Bulls in the finals, if you recall, and they've got as good a shot as any to do it again this week. That tournament will be hosted by Northern Illinois, so NIUHuskies.com and WMUBroncos.com will have all the information you need on that. Baseball will be at home for a 3-game series this weekend against the Toledo Rockets. First pitch scheduled for 3 p.m. on Friday and at 1 p.m. each on Saturday and Sunday. Check the games out on Bronco Insider. You may hear a familiar voice doing play-by-play if I don't strain myself, patting myself on the back. Softball will be back at home this weekend as well, with a doubleheader against Ohio scheduled for Friday afternoon and clashes against Akron scheduled for Saturday and Sunday. Again, weather permitting, we will have a doubleheader on Friday and then 1 o'clock first pitches scheduled on Saturday and Sunday. And track and field will be on the road this weekend, splitting the squad, while some will travel to Hillsdale College for the Hillsdale Relays. Others will go to the historic Penn Relays in Philadelphia. One of the true rock star events of collegiate track and field. The Penn Relays will bring athletes from around the world competing in various exhibitions and events. It's always a favorite out on the East Coast, and it's always a big deal to be selected to go to the Penn Relays. You're not going to want to miss that. And that's going to do it for us this weekend and for this semester on Bronco Sports Weekly. I'm Sean Fagan saying thank you very much for joining us all school year long. We will be back next year with more action covering your Western Michigan Broncos. Join us again in August. Thank you.